did I scam my customer out of this car? In this video, I will be giving you guys an opportunity to make your mind up whether I scammed her or not. And if you stick long enough and if you still like me, then you can stick around and watch me do a very difficult and annoying job on a Honda CRV. So in the previous video, you saw us basically tearing the engine apart on this vehicle, and obviously we were successful on, well, getting it started and getting running again. But there are a few of you that has been really upset with me. Some of you are saying that I've not been fair. Some of you are saying, oh yeah, you scammed her out of her car, you scared her because of the prices that you've given her, etc, etc. So let me tell you the full story as to what happened, as to why she called us to fix her vehicle. She's been quoted by another garage around £2,500, £2,700, I can't remember, to replace the timing chain on this vehicle. So I said, okay, you know what, we'll quote you £1,800 plus the VAT, so that's around 2.2k. So we are coming in a little bit cheaper than the garage that she first booked with. She complained about difficult starting. She complained about no starting at all most of the time, and misfire as well, where the engine just basically shakes like very violently. So we were just like, okay, no problem, timing chain, cool, we'll go and replace it, not a problem. Because as you know, with these engines, sometimes you can get away by not replacing the cams, you can get away by not replacing the rockers, blah blah blah. And so we were like, okay, we'll go there, we'll strip the engine out and see if there is any valve damage, potential valve damage that is. And so that's what we did. We went and stripped the engine. When we got there, as you can see, unfortunately we found that the engine was locking up in certain positions, which means that the piston and the valves are kissing, which is obviously not good. And what she said as well, when she's having misfire, the engine was shaking violently. It made us think that maybe, just maybe, that there is an engine damage. So then we suggested to get the cylinder head tested just to make sure, which obviously means we need to strip the engine anyway. I believe we quoted her about 240 plus VAT, around that, I can't remember, just to get the head tested. And that is only for testing, by the way. That's not even us stripping the cylinder head. That's not us removing the intake manifold. That's not us removing the exhaust manifold, etc, etc. She was like, okay, what would happen if we just slap the chain in it? And we said, it could work, it might not work. We don't know until the head is fully tested.
Getting the cylinder head tested is the best practice if you come across with any timing chain issues. At the end of the day, I don't want the customer to be spending her precious money on a maybe. So just to be sure, we recommended getting the head tested.
That's what we told her, and I think already we are being fair by warning her that it's not a good option to have the timing chain, the new timing chain in there and hope for the best. Already we told her it's not the best idea. We recommend it if you go and get the head tested. And for us to get the head tested, and if it comes out fine or if it comes fail, we then have to change the valves. We might have to change the camshafts as well. We have to obviously change the rockers, etc, etc. And I said it's going to cost, if it's failed, it's going to cost circa an additional £500 something plus the VAT on top of the job. And then she then asked us if we could give her other options that might turn out to be a little bit cheaper. So I suggested, just to be sure that everything is going to work perfectly, is to get a reconditioned engine, which we did. We called up and it was like 2,800 something plus the VAT for a reconditioned engine. And then for a second-hand engine, I know some people are saying, oh, you can get it for, I think, £900 or something like that. But these ones, it will either say in the description that it's sold as seen or whatever. You know what, when you see sold as seen means, yeah, you can get them for £900. But obviously we didn't want to go for that. We wanted to go for one that is low in mileage and that is warranted or guaranteed at least for 3 months, at least, right? Just to make sure. But then again, second-hand engine, we cannot give any sort of warranty or guarantee for the obvious reason. It's a second-hand engine, you don't know the full history of that engine. So we gave her a quote. I think it was 2100, the cheapest good one that we found. So obviously you can see that there's not much difference between a reconditioned engine and also a second-hand engine. And so she was like, it's a little bit too expensive on all options, right? But she also did not want to take the risk of just slapping a new timing chain in there, because like what I said, it was already running rough. Mind this, sometimes it's running rough. Second, it was definitely having difficulty to start. May that be hot or cold, having difficulty to start. Sometimes she would also get the misfire at the same time. That tells me that the timing was jumping back and forth, whatever, or jumping forward, right? That's told me that the engine has got some sort of damage, and she did not want to take the risk without the head being tested, but obviously she doesn't want to spend the extra money as well, unfortunately, to get the head tested. At this point, obviously, 2,800, understandable, it's expensive. So Darren was making phone calls to all of our suppliers just to see if we can get any cheaper ones. And unfortunately, there wasn't. They are very, very similar in price. That is probably £2,800. I think it was the cheapest one that we can get at the time. She is still deciding. So she went inside, probably talked to, I don't know, her parents or her partner or whatever, because she's still undecided what to do. Yeah, whilst she was away, we were still inspecting the vehicle, and we can see that it's completely jumped out of time. And like what I said, it locks up in certain places. Sometimes you can rotate it fully without it locking up. Sometimes when you rotate it, it literally just locks up in place, as if the piston and the valve having a good kissing action going inside the engine. So then she came out again. This is when I gave her the last option, which is for me to buy her car, or she pays me for the time that we've spent on the car already. And she decided to just give the vehicle to us. I'm going to be giving the customer a phone call and see how she feels about me taking her car that she has given me as payment. So listen out to our conversation. Obviously we've done the car now, it's all fixed, and I was just going to ask if you are, well, obviously willing to buy the car back.
No, I'm sorry, I don't want that car. I've spent so much money on it in the last 12 months and it's kind of got a bad omen to it.
Really?
Yeah, I've done a lot of work onto it. I only bought it 11 months ago for nearly $6,000, and then since then there's been so much doing to it. It's been a bit of a money pit for myself. So thank you so much, for the offer. But no, you can just have it. I'm done with that car now.
Yeah, obviously you've done me a massive favour, obviously giving me that car. It's huge. So I thought, I'll check up on you just to see how you're getting on, and if you're still looking for a car, I could help you out, or maybe offer you the car back, and which obviously you don't want a car back anyway. So
I don't know. I mean, it's done lots of work to it. So yeah. It's kind of I kind of mentally moved on from that car now. To be honest with you, it's kind of been a bit of a bad omen the last year. So
that's fine.
Thank you so much for
this
really nice offer.
Like what I said, once you find a new car or a car that you want, I want to help you out just to make sure that everything is fine before you buy it. I don't want you to have a nightmare of a car like this one.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's really, really nice of you.
I will do a free pre-purchase inspection on that one, and I will also carry out full service on it.
Oh, you're a superstar. That's lovely. Thank you so much.
And I'll do all that for free just to say thank you for the car.
Amazing. Thank you.
All right.
That's lovely.
Just let me know.
I hope you guys manage to sell that on and make some profit on that. But
I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that, to be honest. I might keep it. So all right. Thank you very much. You have a good evening now.
Brilliant. You too. Take care.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So after hearing that conversation, what do you think? Did I scare her off her car? Did I scam her? Did I swindle her? As what you guys have said in the comment section. Put it down in the comment section what you guys actually think about this whole palaver. We like nasty comments, just like we like seized bolts and seized nuts. So let's dive in to this seized Honda CRV. Let's go. Right guys, so we are joined by the owner of the CRV. There are a few things that we need to do, including the suspension arm ball joint, isn't it?
Yes.
Both of them at the front.
Yes.
Front, right? Yeah. What did they say to you in the MOT anyway?
I have to change it now because it's kind of it's not good for the car.
Yeah.
Especially when you travel all the time. So
Yeah.
Decided to give you over.
So we have to change 2 drop links at the front, 2 drop links at the rear,
Yeah.
and then suspension arm board.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else? Because we were actually here like probably a few months back, or a year ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We failed to do his crank pulley because it was too tight.
Yes,
You know,
that's right,
these
yeah.
Hondas are very.
that's
The
okay.
crank pulley is very tight. But yeah, we weren't able to do that. But yeah, we'll get started. We'll let you know once we're done, and we'll go for a test drive and see if you feel anything.
Yeah,
different.
that's all right.
Replacing suspension components are usually difficult due to them being exposed in elements such as salt.
And that right there is the part in question. And to be honest with you, the blue is okay, but in regard, oh yeah, there is some play on that. Actually, it's not too bad, but as customer requested, he doesn't want it to get worse, so we are going to be replacing that. And the most important part when you're replacing rusty stuff is all about the prep, which is to remove all of the rust around that thread just to make your life a little bit easier.
And unfortunately, it's really not that easy. And this is where all the nightmare starts. Even with all the prep work, all of the lubing, we were still unfortunate and had to resort to brute force due to the nut seizing. And like what I always say, never say the word easy when working on cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, best believe everybody. It's off. It's mangled. Finished. So obviously we're going to be replacing that. Oh, look what we did to it. That was just seized in place. It's crazy, but I'll show you a clip. This little thing here has actually saved the day. We made a very long extension all the way to the customer's house, but again, GYS came through. Oh my god, man, that is just ridiculous. With that, then we are going to be replacing it with FAI ones, and hopefully the way in isn't too bad, because that was really right, wasn't it? Well,
Completely and utterly shambles. The way in is pretty straightforward. Put some lube in the threads to help the nut slide in. That way we don't need to hold the thread in place. So yeah, what I was saying, like last time, I failed him because of rust. The crankshaft pulley was not coming off because of the rust. There is no way in hell I'm gonna fail him this time around. Alright, we've done it. Everything is Gucci. Now we're gonna put the wheel back on, and then we're gonna move to the back to do the drop links yet again, and also the suspension on ball joint. It's gonna be a long day. We spent 2 hours doing the rear drop links. Can you believe it? It's mad. All right, it feels like this one is going to be a lot worse than the bottom one, because that is just not a good access, is it? Look at it. That's not a good access. And then we also have to replace this ball joint right here. Look at that. And I can see why it's advised. Look, it's ripped, but it's not really oozing out the grease, so wish us luck. When working on rusty vehicles, it is important to always have heat on board. Without messing around, we jump straight into using the heat inductor. By doing this, we are expanding the metal, thus removing the surface rust. In addition to this, the act of expansion also loosens the thread, making it easier to remove the nut holding it in place. Sometimes, when replacing drop links, it is easier to remove the ball joint off the socket. This way, you can put a locking pliers on the ball and easily zip the nut off. I'm gonna do the makeup thing. Hey guys, if you look at this drop link threads, look at this. It's my heart, dude. Anyway, let me just flipperoni. Look, it's all chewed up. Without this, we would have struggled removing this. Keep forgetting it's hot. However, there are times where you just can't get away from using the grinder. Guys, the theme of this job is how long is it going to be before we finish this car. Without this, we'd absolutely be here for 24 hours minimum, or we might not be able to do the job, man. Shout out to GYS, the 37LG. Many times, you guys just don't know the struggle. And again, ball joint time. We're gonna be removing that. With Hondas, right, they are reliable, and when they rust, it's game over. Alright, let's heat this up. Just gonna heat the body, get it to expand the tiniest amount, just so that we can drop that thing, give it a little tap, and it should, the word is should, drop. What we're trying to do here is to expand the hole where the ball joint sits, in the hope that we can hammer the ball joint down. Unfortunately, again, it isn't that easy. That should be hot enough, I see.
Oh, bloody hell. Can't even see it.
Even with more heat, lube, hammering and swearing, this ball joint did not want to go.
Wow. Wow, man. This doesn't want to come down. Hold on.
Red hot the body.
Alright, the body's hot.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm saying, guys. You need one of these. If you're more about one of these, 100%. 100%. What a ball ache, man. Oh, ball joint. Ball joint.
We finally got there, but not without a fight. On the front axle, we opted in for Fabi Bilstein for OE quality matching parts. We know the reliability and we also know how good their track record is. As you can see, the suspension parts that we replace are looking fresh and ready to tackle more miles than this Honda can give.
And just like that, we have now finished this.
It was not just like that, mate. Jesus.
Okay, shall I say, with a little bit of camera tricks, right, we are done now. Jesus, we were here, what time did we check in, John? 12? Yeah, it's now 4:42. It is getting dark now, but the camera is doing its thing, so it's probably going to look a bit, you know, brighter than this, but we are done. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to go and ask the customer for a test drive for him to come out with us. And make sure that he's happy, make sure that there's no clunking noise coming from the suspension stuff. So let's do just that, let's jump in the car. How long do you reckon that would have taken us without any heat? I feel like that would have taken us 4 hours. Bro, we took 4 hours each.
Each side.
Yeah, each side, did it?
Yeah.
Times that by 4 corners.
Mate.
That's insane, innit?
Whole day, innit?
More than that, bro. Way more than
24 hours.
Yeah. Okay, so we are now gonna go for a test drive. Hopefully we don't hear any clunking. We're also gonna get the customer's feedback and hopefully he's happy with it. Are you happy with it, Jay? Or are you?
Extremely happy with it.
Now that we're done, I mean.
Now that we're done.
Yeah.
I'm relieved. Happy.
Yeah. Right, we're off out. So far, so good. When turning, there's no.
Nice and smooth.
So far, no clunking. So far, so good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Anyway, it's expected. I know you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been we've been taking care of his car since last year now, I think.
I know one of my friend Bournemouth as well.
Oh yeah.
Now it's good. Now you can feel the sway at the back.
Yeah.
Usually it hit the bumps. You can
Oh, it
feel
kicks?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
That's what it's about. Are you happy?
Very happy.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
And that is another happy customer. Here at Marvelous Cars, we always care about our customers. Their feedback is the most important thing to us. May it be good or bad. Regardless, it will help us improve and be better. Thank you very much for watching. Please click that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Hey guys, if you look at this drop link threads, look at this. It's my heart, dude.